Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to try to do my very first pedal demo, and what better way to kick it off than with A Empyrean by JFX pedals. Now, for those who don't know, the Empyrean is a 5-in-1 multi-effects unit housing 5 of John Frusciante's most iconic pedal circuits that he's used live with the Red Hot Chili Peppers in a very convenient stomp box. And those pedals being a Fuzz Factory, a Germanium Fuzzrite, a Big Muff, a Microamp, and a Boss CE1 preamp circuit. These 5 circuits alone pretty much cover most of John Frusciante's gain stages for his whole career. And when I got this pedal back in 2021, I remember being so surprised at how good it sounded. I had a handful of pedals at the time. I remember when I first saw this, it was off one of Jordan's posts on Instagram. And I just remember seeing a picture of just this. And I remember being like, whoa, that's a lot of switches. I wonder what this pedal's about. But what really caught my eye was the JF in the post. And I thought, whoa, that's like an acronym for John Frusciante. Little did I know this was actually a pedal based off John Frusciante's pedals, and they're hand-built in Canada by Jordan himself, one at a time, and I can tell that he put in a lot of work and research to get this thing sounding amazing. I remember when I first plugged it in, I was blown away at how good it sounded, and I would use this pedal when I play along to videos from Slane Castle or La Cigale, and even just Red Hot Chili Pepper songs in general. But it sounded really good to the point that it made me want to buy the vintage counterparts and see which one sounded better. So I ended up buying an original hand-painted Vertex Fuzz Factory from 2001, an original Germanium Mosrite Fuzzrite, an Electro Harmonix version 9 Big Muff, a vintage Microamp, and of course a Boss CE1 pedal. And it occurred to me that I had never actually got to do a proper A/B test. Like, I didn't actually shoot these out on my own, and I thought that'd make a great video. So that's what I'm going to do for you guys today. Now, the way the Empyrean signal path works, it's based off John Frusciante's pedal board. The first thing that hits the pedal when you plug in your guitar will be a Fuzz Factory, and that signal is going to go into an effects loop, then going into the Fuzzrite, and then you can either change the order of the Big Muff or the Microamp using this toggle switch, going into another effects loop, and then finally the signal is going to hit a Boss CE1 preamp. Now, I won't get into too much detail of the effects loops because I didn't want to color the signal from either the Empyrean or the vintage pedals. Just know that the effects loops are only there to help you utilize other pedals to add in the signal chain, like modulation and like a Boss DS2, but we won't be covering that today. Now, I wanted to do something special for this video. I did want to do it in stereo, but in order to do that, I kind of have to go over my signal chain very quickly with you guys. Now, to help me with this video, I wanted to build my own pedal board to help me with this shootout video. And the way that I have it set up right now, I have my guitar going into the guitar input of the JHS switchback. And then the first loop is going to go only to the Empyrean. And then the second loop is going to be only for the vintage pedals that I have set up in the same way I have the Empyrean set up. So the Empyrean has the Microamp after the Big Muff, the same way I have it here. Because I find that the Big Muff circuits, either in the Empyrean or the vintage one, doesn't have a high enough output compared to the other fuzzes. And having a Microamp after really helps bring that out for solos and such. So that's the way I'm going to have it set up for this video. And then the amp output of the switchback is going to go into my Marshall Major. And then, like I said, I wanted to do this in stereo, so I'm going to have to manually plug in a guitar cable from my Silver Jubilee into either the stereo input of the Boss CE1 or the stereo input of the Empyrean. So in some clips, I'm going to be playing a riff from start to finish, change loops, and then change the cable going into the Jubilee into the other output of whichever pedal I'm using at the time. And for all the sound clips, everybody, I'm only going to be fine-tuning each loop to sound as close to each other as I possibly can, but only using what I hear in the room, not through the microphones, through my DAW, because I want to see how close I can get the Empyrean to sound like the vintage pedals. Alright guys, in the following clips, I want to see if you guys prefer the vintage pedals or the Empyrean. So I'm going to do a blinded A/B test, and then you guys say in the comments section down below which one sounded best for each riff, and at the end of the video I'll post the correct pedals for each song. And I know this isn't a review of the pedal, this is more of a comparison video, because there are a lot more reviews of this pedal that are a lot better than anything I can put out right now. But what I can do is show you guys what the vintage ones sound like compared to the Empyrean. So that's what we're going to do today. Alright guys, now I know I said I was going to give away a pedal in my last video, not the vlog, but the last recreational tone video. But if you saw my vlog, I explained that I haven't been able to do another recreational tone video because my warm audio preamp wasn't working correctly. And so I had this huge plan of giving away a pedal, but instead I'm going to give away a JFX Empyrean. And what's funny was I was actually planning on giving away the newer version, but when Jordan showed me that I was going to get number 100, there was no way I was going to get rid of it. So that's why I'm going to give away an early version of the Empyrean. This one doesn't have a V9 big muff, but it does have a V3, which I find to be a little bit thicker, and it just sounds a lot better than the V9, to be honest. But other than that, it's pretty much the same thing. This one's number 15 of his production line, and one lucky winner is going to own it. And you guys have seemed to be liking and supporting the videos a lot. I read all your comments down below, and I just want to give back to the community. So you're going to have your own chance to win a JFX Empyrean. Alright guys, in order to enter the pedal giveaway, I need you to like the video, put in the comments which pedal you like the most, which one you didn't like, and tag a friend. And you can get an extra entry if you follow me on Instagram at Mr. And then the winner will be announced in a couple of weeks. I'll do a draw and ship the pedal out for free. I have my own opinions, but I really want to listen to your guys's. At the recording of this segment, it is currently August 9th, and I know Jordan has a sale going on to celebrate his 3rd year anniversary on YouTube and also celebrating him becoming an affiliate. Congratulations again, Jordan. That's freaking awesome, dude. And he has a 10% off sale going on right now. I believe it only lasts for a couple more days. And he didn't ask me to do this. This is all completely on my own, and my opinions are my own. I bought these pedals with my own money. Right now you can get the Empyrean for under $450 American. And I paid about $300 for the Fuzz Factory, $700 for the Fuzz Right, around $120 for the Big Muff, $70 for the Micro Amp, and $700 for the Boss CE1. That's roughly $1,900, which hurts to say out loud. But I mean, like, look how much room you save on your pedal board. This thing takes off a quarter of this whole build, and you only need 1 power supply cable to run the Empyrean versus 5 for the other pedals. Not to mention that you do have to scour through listings to make sure you have the correct circuit. But the Empyrean definitely has the best bang for buck value. And honestly guys, if it wasn't for this pedal, I wouldn't have gone down this huge rabbit hole of trying to recreate these tones, about learning about vintage pedals, how they are used. It's brought me so much joy, and I just want to help support somebody whose life's work is to preserve something in history, to keep these tones alive that I also believe is worth preserving. And I just wanted to share what they sounded like with you guys. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the demo. I know I'm not the best player, but I hope this video helped you understand how this thing works and sounds. And let me know what your favorite sound was. See you guys in the next one.